In the South Fork Conference, Bandys Trojans coming down Buffalo Shoals and whatever road they had to go down to get here, other than Buffalo Shoals, to get out here to West Lincoln to open the season. Last year, these two teams played, and they played a barn burner up at Bandys. 20-17, overtime victory for West Lincoln. Went into overtime tied at 14. Bandys had first possession, kicked a field goal. And then West Lincoln went and scored a touchdown, and I bet you can guess who.
Mason Avery.
Yes.
Going in,
what a shock. Mason Avery scoring a touchdown. So hopefully we'll get a game that good. We'll see. Coming in tonight, we've got two teams that are kind of had opposite starts to the season. Bandys, in their third year under head coach Jason Barnes, are 5-13. They lost to St. Stephen's in their opener, 26-13. Defeated Fred T. Ford, 24-15. That's the one common opponent the two have at this point. West did much better against Ford than Bandys did. And then they lost to South Caldwell last week. They had their bye week in the third week, and now they've got then they played last week, one of the few teams in the area that played last week. A lot of teams were off. And they lost 31-24, but again, they were very competitive. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a commercial, and then we'll come back here on the Bean Brothers Hardware Pregame Stadium Show, and we'll talk to both coaches, starting first with the coach for Bandys, Jason Barnes. So we'll be back with a pregame interview with the coach right after this.
It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain. It's back, the Cleveland County Fair, September 29th through October 9th, packed with entertainment including two big demolition derbies, October 1st and 8th. Ride Harper Rides will be there with 6 new rides, including The Beast. Shows include Hot Diggity Dog, Act Monsters Chainsaw, Renee Riddle, ventriloquist comedian and singer Sylvia Fletcher, The Victorious Circus, and more. Go online and get your advanced all-day armbands for just $20. The 2022 Cleveland County Fair, September 29th through October 9th. For more information, go online at clevelandcountyfair.com.
Looking for your dream home? Look to Gates Realty and Auction in Lincoln. Robert Gates can help make your dreams come true. Robert has over 30 years combined real estate and auction experience and is licensed in North Carolina. Visit their website at gatesauction.com and check out the latest listings available. We're sure there's one for you and your family. Gates Realty and Auction. Call 866-735-1977 and let Robert Gates help make your dreams come true.
Sold America.
And now joining us on the Bean Brothers Stadium pregame show is the coach of the visiting team, the Bandys Trojans, Jason Barnes. Jason, thanks for joining us on the show today.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You're off to a 1-2 start on the season, but you've been competitive in every game. How's your team looking up to this point?
Well, you know, I'm pleased with the way we played for the most part. the only issues we've had is, penalties, untimely penalties, and really putting together a complete game. Last week we played a tough one, and you take out a penalty here and there, and pick up a block when we should, or misalignment that'll shoot you in the foot. But we're a few of those away from playing a really good game right now.
And that game you're referring to, I believe, was the South Caldwell game.
Yes, sir.
That was your first one. You had an earlier bye week than most of the teams did. Did that really help your team, or come out and play a little differently now that you had the extra week to work on things?
Well, again, like I say, we hadn't really put together, a good game yet. We played Saint, and we just didn't play real well against them. I won't take anything away from them because they, Coach Loman over there, he's got a great team, and he keeps getting better and better every game. But at the same time, we just didn't play, a solid game against them, and we didn't play real, good against Ford. And to have that bye week early right there kind of help us to put things together. Most teams they want to have an identity, and our biggest thing is to build on that identity and not become laxed and just going out from day to day and practicing and playing. So we really worked on that in our bye week, and I really felt like it showed during the game against South Caldwell.
Now, as far as your team's identity, looking at the stats, you've had 2 games where you ran more than you passed, but then you had a game where you passed more than you ran. Is your team's identity kind of evolving to where it's more of a balanced attack?
Well, football's a funny game. It's one of those things where you take what they give you. It's not necessarily one of those things where we really want to pass the ball more or we want to run the ball more. It's we want to be assertive in what we do, but at the same time, if defensively the other team's weaker in coverage or weaker against the run, we want to exploit that as much as we can and take advantage of that, of course.
Now, your opponent this week is West Lincoln. That team has an identity. There's no doubt what they do.
They certainly do. Coach Ponder has done a terrific job over there. West Lincoln is they're always going to be a tough opponent, regardless whether, they have one of those teams, whether they're winning a lot or losing a lot, whatever that may be, but they're always going to be good, and you're always going to know that you played somebody. But, yeah, man, they run the ball really, really well. They run that wing tee like clockwork. They run buck sweep. Man, they're probably one of the better teams in the state at running buck sweep. So I know that's probably a tall claim, but, buddy, they run it well. And then, of course, they run that so well, they'll get you on the other little things when you're not expecting it.
That's the thing I noticed is there are not too many teams in the state that are averaging currently 400 yards rushing.
I know what, man. When you say it like that, buddy, we got a lot on our plate this week. We really do, but we're hoping to take that average down quite a bit if we can.
Well, as a broadcaster, I'm hoping for a repeat of last year's game as far as how dramatic it was, taking them to overtime at your home field. I'd love to see a game as good as that.
Yeah. As a coach, you don't always like those games, especially when you're on the losing end of it. But it was certainly a good game to watch, and if you were a spectator, man, it was certainly exciting. But again, he's going to come well coached and or his team's going to be well coached, and he's going to come well prepared, and hopefully we'll be on the winning end of it this time.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us on the Bean Brothers Hardware Pre-Game Stadium Show, and good luck in the game tonight.
Thank you.
And now Joining us on the Bean Brothers Hardware Stadium pregame show is the coach of the undefeated West Lincoln Rebels, Darren Ponder. Coach, glad you could join us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, you're coming off a 9-3 season where you had the best winning percentage in school history, had your first home state playoff game ever, won that 41-7 over Surrey Central. You had to have a lot of momentum going into the off season.
Yeah, we did. You know, the kids have worked hard and they're excited about playing. We've had more numbers this year than I've ever had. We didn't have less than 60 kids on a summer workout this year, so the momentum's been pretty good.
And that momentum went into the non-conference schedule as you handled business quite easily. 3 pretty easy wins, it looked like.
Yeah, well, you know, all 3 of those games are rivals. We got Ford, which is just across the line, and then Cherville, which is just across the line. And then North Lincoln's always a big game. It's been a good off season for us.
Now, you had a good combination last year with Mason Avery and Trace Gilmore carrying the load. Gilmore graduated, but it looks like the duo continues as Avery continues to do what he does, and Jalen Winnick has stepped in to give you that 1-2 punch again.
Yeah, it's worked out good. I can't say enough about them boys. Mason Avery, he's our workhorse. He put on about 15 pounds of muscle in the off season. Went to every camp you can go to. Did speed training 2 days a week. Jalen Winnick's the same thing. He's been unbelievable. He works extremely hard. He got about 125 pounds stronger in his squats and bench, and he's elusive. So it's been a good combination.
And you put that behind an offensive line that just seems to open up some huge holes. Doing a great job, averaging over 400 yards a game rushing. Your offensive line's done a fantastic job this year.
Yeah, they have. I'm proud. I'm real proud of those guys. I challenge them each week to win the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball, and they've exceeded my expectations thus far. But those guys have played together. We coach them. My son is an offensive and defensive lineman, and so we've coached them boys since they were about 10 years old. They're all friends. They work extremely hard. It's got a good chemistry.
That kind of teamwork is needed especially with offensive line play. They've done a fantastic job. So now you come off the bye week. How is your team's health at this point, especially at quarterback position?
Well, we're a little banged up. Jordan's banged up. I'm hoping to get him back this week or next week. A quarterback, he's a big role. Gideon Allen, a sophomore quarterback, he's really stepped up. A linebacker with a hurt knee, and I'm hoping to get him back soon. And besides that, we're pretty healthy.
So now you start into the conference part of the schedule. You've got Bandys to open up with. You had quite a game with them last year, 20-17 in overtime. Do you look to see they'll give you a pretty good game again this year?
Oh, yeah. Jason does a great job, Me and Jason have been friends for years, and very similar programs. They believe in working hard and blue collar. And that's what I tell our kids now every week. It's going to be a dang war every week. You can't overlook anybody. It's the same with this week. It's going to be a war. They work hard. They want to beat us. We work hard. We want to beat them.
Well, Coach, thank you for joining us on the Bean Brothers Hardware Stadium pregame show, and we look forward to the game here in a few minutes.
All right, thanks for having me.
Well, we thank both coaches for joining us before the game. We'll be back with more pregame. Look at some of the key players and what to watch for tonight. We'll do that right after these commercials.
The Big Mulch Yard is open at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply on the Reachville Road in Lincoln. Come check out the selection. Dyed brown, black and red mulch, double hammered mulch, also marble and marble chips, pea pebbles, and all kinds of gravel. The mulch yard and the store are open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. till 5 on Saturday, and delivery is available for residential and commercial at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Breechville Road in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook too. Since 1919, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Lincoln County and surrounding area. And today they continue to serve this area and beyond with quality fuels and outstanding service. In addition to fuel oil, they also carry all kinds of lubricants, from hydraulic fluid to automatic transmission fluid to farm lubricants, plus diesel fuel, home heating oil, and kerosene. That's Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-2508 and online at nesbitoil.com.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger, and we mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts too. One big dealer under one big roof, plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports, 101 Indian Walk off I-85 in Lowell, online at ncfullthrottle.com, and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
They're everywhere. Your yard, your kitchen, your bedroom. Invading your home and property, spreading disease, and destroying everything in their path. If you don't act, they'll multiply, crawling ever closer to you and your family. The only thing they fear is the web. Nealon Cole Termite and Pest Control. Call today for their new service special and save $25. Bugs, beware of the web.
And back here at West Lincoln High School, band has done the national anthem and now is lined up for the teams to come onto the field, but we're going to have a few minutes yet before that happens. So at this time, what we want to do is take a look at key players to watch in tonight's game. That's brought to you by Key Builders of Lincolnton. And some of the players to look at. Well, let's take a look at Bandys first.
I was about to say, you give us the Bandys players. And I got a few thoughts on the West Lincoln lineup today. They go beyond Mason Avery, of course. That's the easy one. That's the gimme, the low-hanging fruit. But got a couple other guys I want to look at today as well.
Someone's got to go for that low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, here we go.
Taking a look at for Bandys, they've got a sophomore quarterback, Wyatt Wesson. He's gotten off to a pretty good start, throwing for about 50%, exactly 50%, 23 of 46, 367 yards. Couple touchdowns, 3 interceptions. I mean, you got a sophomore quarterback. You're going to see some good plays. You're going to see some mistakes as he grows into the role. Receiving, Cash Obregon is their big receiver. 10 catches for 131 yards, so he's got a pretty good average, 13.1. And also Logan Williams is 5 for 121, so he seems to be more of a big play receiver at 24 per catch. Rushing the ball, looking at Elliott Spicer as their leading rusher, 28 carries, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns. And not far behind, Nolan Jones, 26 for 133. Defensively, they swarmed to the ball. My goodness, looking at the stats they've got out on Max Preps. Raiden Brooks, 41 tackles in 3 games. He's getting around, 4 for loss. And then they had 5 other players on defense that have double-digit solo tackles. And then if you throw in where there were shared tackles and that sort of thing, now you're looking at 11 players on defense with double-digit tackles. So that tells me not only is one person going to the ball, they tend to swarm and try and get to the ball that way. Punting and kicking-wise, there weren't any stats to go by, so we don't have any key players to watch there. So take it away. What do you see for West Lincoln?
Well, of course, you got Mason Avery. You're going to have to deal with him at some level. But, if they do decide to focus all the attention on Avery, which is the defense you'd be wise to do, otherwise he will run wild on you. The other running back, Jalen Winnick's coming off a 100-yard game of his own with with 2 touchdowns, and I still think he got cheated out of one where he dove and knocked the pylon over, and they just didn't give it to him.
I agree with you on that one, definitely. It looked like he got there.
One of Avery's 3 was the 1-yard punch in. After that, of course, Avery did have 202 yards from running back. So, again, that kind of leads us to the 401 yards per game rushing that West Lincoln is averaging, which is incredible considering that the national average is a little under 150. It comes in at 148.7, and they're averaging a little over 400.
That's just phenomenal.
Now, granted, we do run.
But they do
pass, run.
But I mean, they've thrown for 100 yards. They've run for 1,200. You know what's coming. You just don't know who's getting it.
Yeah, but at some point, the defense always says, all right, just make sure Mason Avery doesn't, take it to the house every time. And then that's when they'll slip it to Winnick, and he ends up having a good game of his own, or a little misdirection to Avery, hand it off to Winnick, and that can really hurt you as well if you start trying to key on one guy defensively. So that's another player to watch. And then defensively, looks like Nathan Kester, Curtis Goins, Avery, a couple of the lead tacklers for West Lincoln. But with the other team being a little pass heavy, I think another guy we'll need to keep an eye on tonight is Chi-Chi Fansuk in the secondary. He had some nice defensive plays last game from the secondary, and so that might be a little more important and against a team that, completes 50% of their passes and maybe is a little more pass heavy than what we've seen so far.
And the other thing for West Lincoln that Coach was talking about in the pregame interview is they don't expect Truesdale to play tonight.
Yeah. That was, if he had, that would definitely be another key player to watch, see how he comes back off of that injury. But if he's not in there, I guess that kind of
Gideon Allen
does put a little bit of spotlight on Gideon Allen.
And he's done a good job. I mean, he's run the option very well. He's thrown a couple nice passes when he's been called on. So he's stepped in and done a very good job for him. So I don't see where it's really going to hamper the offense any.
No, not the run-heavy offense anyway.
And then another thing that Coach pointed out in the interview was their line play has been fantastic on both sides of the ball. They've done a great job. I mean, some of those holes, I'm 62 years old. I could have run through them. But I wouldn't have run for a 7-yard touchdown. I might have run for 7 yards. Mason's just fast and hits those holes. But the offensive line just does such a great job. And to work together the way they do, the other team's got, and we're going to point this out tonight, look at how many they've got in the box. And they're still opening up the holes they are. I believe last week Ford had as many as 8 in the box at times. They were crowding the line pretty good.
And on top of having a good speed, Avery is another guy that's really hard to bring down solo. Right? When he gets into that secondary, not only though with the quality of his stiff arm, not only does he rarely get tackled by a solo defender, half the time it don't even slow him down.
No.
It's like he stiff arms him and just stays in stride, and it's
just shrugs.
Doesn't even give the defense a chance to catch up or take a better angle, and it's quite nice to have a running back who can break tackles and not break stride as well with a mean stiff arm.
Definitely. So
underrated offensive move, the old stiff arm. Everybody wants to give somebody the juke, the cut back, the spin. You don't ever see him or he can just lower his shoulder too when there's a mismatch defensively and just run some people over. But the stiff arm has been there for him since last season.
Well, Bandys is coming out of the locker room. They're getting ready to take the field. West Lincoln is massed behind their band in the end zone. They're ready to come surfing out through the sign. I guess it's beach night. I see the cheerleaders have neckwear.
Hawaiian lei.
Yes. And my goodness, some of those cheerleaders seem young.
Yeah, so we got the mini mites out there, I believe.
I mean, everybody in high school seems young to me anymore, so I can't say much. But they're getting ready to bring them on the field. They've had the coin flip. The toss was won by Bandys. They have elected to receive. They'll get the opening kickoff, and they will be going based on the official signal from right to left on your radio dial. So we'll be back with a kickoff here shortly. Stay tuned as we get underway with conference play.
Since 1919, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Lincoln County and surrounding area. And today they continue to serve this area and beyond with quality fuels and outstanding service. In addition to fuel oil, they also carry all kinds of lubricants, from hydraulic fluid to automatic transmission fluid to farm lubricants, plus diesel fuel, home heating oil, and kerosene. That's Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-2508 and online at NesbittOil.com. Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors, now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include four-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too. Now through October. Mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
Back here at West Lincoln, we're about to kick things off. Touching moment before the game, West Lincoln walked out with one of their seniors, TJ Beam, sitting down in a wheelchair. He looks to be out for the season. The kickoff goes down, fielded about the 29-yard line.
Taken out to 30.
High kick. It was caught by number 25. Sorry, I'm getting used to Bandy's roster here. That was Ian Moore. He caught it. 1-yard return, so they'll be 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Again, they'll be going from right to left.
On the radio dial.
On your radio dial. Starting out, 4 wide receivers, 1 in the backfield. In motion is Cash Obregon. Back is Wesson. Wesson throws over the middle.
Oh, that's going to be interference.
A little too high. They're going to call incidental contact on that one.
Yeah, well, he kind of wasn't looking, though. I guess he was maybe looking in the backfield, looking at his ball, but the defender had his back turned. The receiver ran right smack into the middle of his back. I guess maybe the ball was in the air. I could have swore. I got lucky there, I think.
Could be. So it'll be
was
second
incidental,
and 10.
but you can't just knock the guy off his route when the ball's in the air. or after 5 yards. So, yeah, we got away with one there, perhaps.
And it was about a 20-yard pass down the field. So
yeah, they took their shot.
There was time up in the. So 2nd and 10, handoff in the backfield, and play is up the middle, carried by number 24, Elliott Spicer. Spicer gets across the 35-yard line and out to the 38. So a gain of 7 on the play. That'll be 3rd and 3. So a good run for Bandy's, and they've showed what we were talking about earlier is they might be a little more balanced, come out with 1 pass, 1 run, and they've got 3rd and short. I formation in the backfield, 2 wide receivers out to the right. Wesson hands off up the middle. It's Spicer. He's got a hole. He's across midfield, across the 40, 30, being chased. He's down, tackled inside the 20-yard line. West Lincoln had everybody close up to the line, and when he burst through, there was a lot of green to go with. Tackled by Mason Avery, but not before a gain of about 27 yards, I would say.
More than that. No, more than like 47.
47.
The other 40.
Yep, I had the wrong 40-yard line. It should have added 20. So 1st and 10 at the 20. Bandy's with a nice run there.
Yeah, we're going to have to fill those holes. Bandy's line opening up some big holes there.
Then up the middle, handoff.
Better job.
Number 4, Nolan Jones carries it, giving Spicer a rest after those 2 big runs, 7 yards and 47, I believe.
Yeah. There was 3 in a cloud of dust.
Well, the weather coming up the next week, it might be dust here shortly. We don't have any rain in the forecast for like 10 days. So who knows what these fields will look like. Now, football fields around here are normally in very good shape this time of year. So,
yeah, West Lincoln's looking really good.
Yes. 2nd and 7 at the 17.
Look like a lot of movement there.
Handoff. Nolan Jones again looks at the left side. He stood up by the West Lincoln defense after a short gain of maybe 2.
Was that Jones on the last carry?
Yeah, Jones on both of the last 2 carries. Trying a little change up there after
gave his
Spicer.
yards to the wrong guy.
Okay. Now Spicer had the long run, and now
and then they gave him a break, like you said.
So now, 15-yard line, 3rd and 5 for Bandys. Deep penetration down into the West Lincoln end here on the first possession. Wesson keeps it, goes down the line, looks to pitch, decides to hang on to it, gets a gain of 2. So it'll be 4th and 3 at the 13-yard line, ball on the left hash as they're moving down there. If I remember correctly, Bandys has a really good kicker, and they did have a good one last year. Coach Barnes was telling me he should have gone for a field goal earlier in the game, and he didn't. So on to kick is number 9, Fletcher Harris. This will be a 30-yard field goal from the left hash. Play clock down to 3. Snaps off just in time. Hold, snap, kick is up. And is no good, is wide to the left. He didn't miss by much, but he did miss. And so Bandys with a great drive down, but it stalls at the 13-yard line, and they missed the 30-yard field goal.
They got inside the red zone, couldn't get the yards for a first. Pretty medium-length field goal. Might consider it long at the high school level with a good kicker. He had plenty of leg.
He pounded that.
It wasn't a matter of being too far away, just off the mark. Looked like it was wide right.
He definitely carried the fence behind the goalpost, and there's another fence behind that. And I think he carried that one, too.
Yeah, he looked like he might be good from 35 or so.
He might get 45 if he wanted to.
Well, yeah, I mean, from the 35-yard line, then you had the snap in the end zone.
Okay, first play, 1st and 10 for West Lincoln. They hand off to Jalen Phoenix. He goes through the right side before he's tackled. Short gain there of about 2 or 3. So it'll be 2nd and 8. West Lincoln with a ball at the 22-yard line.
So that was Winnick's for 2.
Yes.
Throwing them off early. Going to
Allen
Winnick's.
now hands off to Avery. The line is surging forward. They get out almost to the 30-yard line. And Avery just surfs along in the wake. It is beach night, so we'll go with that reference. He surfs out to the 29-yard line. That'll make it 3rd and short, just 1 yard. Gideon Allen under center. Winnick takes it coming around the right side. He's got the first down out across the 30-yard line. So that is the first Turner Hauser Insurance first down for West Lincoln tonight.
33, and that is a Rebel first.
So another 1st and 10, this time at the 33 for West Lincoln. Allen under center, and he draws off a Bandys lineman. This could be a free 5 yards. And it is offside on Bandys. So an easy 5 yards for the Rebels.
First down and 5.
As Nathan Rye brings into play from the sideline. He'll be the wide receiver, well, as wide as you get in the West Lincoln offense. 2 men in motion, reset.
Yep, switching the formation officially.
Out to the right.
Ooh, barely let him
Pitch to Avery. He gets around the right side. Flag's thrown in there.
He's going to have a hold.
He's shoved out of bounds at the 42, but a flag went in almost immediately once the play started. The side judge threw that in there, so chances are it's the tight end or the wing back over here doing some holding. And it is a holding call against West Lincoln. So that'll back them up a few yards.
Went 1 yard too far.
So it pushes the ball back to the 27-yard line. Still first down, but now about first and 16 since
1
it's
yard too far.
Spot foul. It may have been 10 from the spot. Who knows?
No, they replay the down, so it's from the.
Okay. Winnick takes it. He gets out on the left side. He's got some open space, so he gets back to the original first down marker. So a gain of 6 on that one.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 2nd and 10.
7:25 to go in the first quarter. No score. Bandys missed a field goal. West Lincoln is on their first possession. Now we have one wide receiver well out to the right. Gideon under center. Hands off Avery up the middle. No, it's a quick pitch out to
Winnick
and he's got it. He's out into open space. Goes out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Fooled the defense and the announcer. Allen faked the handoff to Allen. Throws a quick out pass to the right. Winnick gets it. Lots of carpet.
About 31 yards.
And a gain of 31. They don't throw much, but when they do, it's usually pretty effective because no one's expecting it, not even us. So 1st and 10 now at the Bandys 36-yard line. Allen looks to the sideline. Everybody in tight.
So there was that classic fake handoff to Avery. Everybody collapsed on him thinking surely he was getting it. And next thing you know, Winnick shoots
there's
out the
Avery
corner.
over the left side. He breaks through, breaks a couple of tackles.
Yeah, he did.
Drags a defender forward, and it'll be another Turner Hauser first down for West Lincoln. So now they're down to the 25-yard line.
Gain of about 11 yards on the play to the 25, and that is another Rebel.
And looking at the defense, with that, when they had everybody in tight like that, there were 4 linemen and there were 5 linebackers because the safeties had moved way up as well. Look how they've got 10 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Avery, goes up the middle, gets submarine, but works forward to the 20-yard line. So a gain of 5 on that play. Tackle by number 11, Scotty Miley.
So prior to that, I had 2 plays in a row go for Turner Hauser Insurance. First down. First play to Avery here. Picks up 5. So looking for 5 more. That puts the ball on the 20. About to be in the red zone. Trying to keep this first drive sustained, get some points on the board.
Just about halfway through the first quarter, Allen takes a snap, pitches it to Avery. He goes around the right side, tries to get outside. We've got a flag behind the play.
Picks up 4.
Gets close to the first down, but we have to see what the penalty marker is.
The defense strung him to the sideline nicely. So.
And again, another holding call on West Lincoln. So it was 2nd and 5. And this looks to be about 2nd and 14 now.
Yep.
Drew Ponder brings the play in from the sideline. Parker Warlick, the wide receiver, he's out to the right. Handoff up the middle to Avery. He's snowed under almost immediately. Tackled by number 56. Camden Mongine.
Not a lot of room.
Now, Mongine shed his block pretty quickly and was standing right there waiting for Avery.
They're probably afraid to do anything other than, give him a little patty cake over there with all the holding penalties coming out.
So it's now 3rd down and very long. Situation you don't usually find West Lincoln in with their ball control running offense.
See if they go to the air here.
Ponder in motion. Handoff. There's a
Winnick
fumble.
Puts it on the carpet.
Allen puts it down. Tries to pick it up, and he loses it again. And Mongine falls on it for Bandys, so a turnover. Fumble by West Lincoln.
Yep, the handoff to Winnick never took place. Allen, I can't say I blame him for trying to scoop it up on 3rd down, but you got to realize at that point you're actually going to go for it on 4th down. You're not going to punt that close to your own end zone. or the Bandys end zone.
And it wasn't a bad decision because when he picked it, if he had picked it up clean,
Clean,
there
yeah.
was some room in front of him to get around the right side and possibly get most of the – I don't know if he'd have gotten a first down, but it would have been close. So Bandys takes over after the turnover at their own 28-yard line. Wesson back to pass, throws out into the right flat. He's got a completion to Cash Obregon, but he's brought down immediately. Short gain on the play for Bandys. Gain of about 3. Obregon, their leading receiver, had 10 catches coming in.
Didn't get but 2, 1.5. Huh?
I think what you'll see Bandys do, I mean, they came out and they threw the long one, but I think you'll see them throw some short ones, then maybe look to go and hit another long one again, see if they can soften up the defense. 2 wide receivers down here at the bottom. So, I swear somebody looks like they're offside. Those 2 down here are so close together. Pitch out. Nolan Jones takes it. He's going around the left side. He's got room.
There come all the laundry.
Oh, okay.
Heard a holding call coming out of the West Lincoln coach's office after they hit us up several times, and it was rather blatant. Several referees threw their flags. They actually piled up in the exact same spot. That one is coming back. Yeah, the old white hat is.
I don't know if you can hear on the air, but we have the West Lincoln coaches box next to us in the press box, and they were looking for a get-even holding call on that one.
So I think they held more on that one play than we did on our whole drive.
So the holding call goes against Bandys. Nolan Jones' run is wiped out. And it pushes the ball back. It's going to be 2nd and 17 on the spot foul. 3 wide receivers. Wesson throws it out in the flat. He's got Obregon again. He climbs the ladder to go bring it in, makes the catch, but can't advance it any further. Gets it just out over the 30-yard line. They mark it right at the 30-yard line, so gain of about 9 on that play. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Ron's not even here tonight, but he's wishing happy birthday to everybody. Happy birthday to Ron, too, because every week he says it's his birthday.
I'm not sure we've seen the same formation from Bandys yet tonight. Now they've got 3 out to the side.
They got an unrecovered receiver in the slot.
Yes, they do. Wesson looks. He's throwing long. He's looking down the field, but it's out of bounds. He led his receiver, Logan Williams, a little bit too far to the left sideline. Yep. He was open, but it was a good 3 or 4 yards out of bounds. So Bandys will punt on 4th down. The kicker comes in. That's Fletcher Harris, who attempted the field goal earlier. Back for West Lincoln will be Jalen Winnix. He's going to line up at about his 30-yard line. So Harris back to kick, gets it off. Kick is up. It's about a 30-yard punt. Winnix takes it at the 40-yard line, goes to the left sideline, spins a little bit, and he gets snowed under in front of the Bandys bench, but not before a return of 7 yards on the kick.
Yeah, gets them near midfield. Good starting position for the Rebels here on their 2nd drive. And penalties killed the last one.
Yes, they did. So if they can take that out of the equation, they were marching right down the field.
Yeah, they got down to the 20. It was 2nd and 5 from the 20, and then a holding call. Got them. And a good defensive play after that.
So 3:20 to go in the first quarter. No score here at West Lincoln. 1 wide receiver way to the bottom of the screen.
Winnix
fumbles the ball, picks it up, manages to go forward. Fortunately, it bounced right back up to him. He grabs it, goes up the middle, gets across midfield to the other 47-yard line, so a gain of 6.
Yeah, it's a little bit.
That was fortunate.
Yeah, a little bit of what I was talking about for the game. Looks like they're kind of keying really hard on Avery, making sure he don't run wild on them. So going to Winnix early and often, and he's put it on the ground twice now. With 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless still. Hopefully can clean that up. Lucky to hang on to that one.
Allen looks over to the sideline, see if there's a change in the play. Snap. Handoff to Avery up the middle. A little bit of room.
Oh, he puts it on the ground.
He puts it on the ground. And they come up with it. Bandy says they have it. William Nix comes up holding the ball, number 12. And yet another turnover for West Lincoln. That's their third fumble, and the second one lost. And we're still in the first quarter.
Yeah, I didn't think he was down. Somebody legitimately put the shoulder right onto that one. Coach Avery not happy at all.
So Bandys will take over 1st and 10 at their 42. So 2 drives for West Lincoln end in turnovers. 2:33 to go in the first quarter. Play clock's already down to 10. They're going to have to hurry on this one. 5. Wide receiver gets out quick. 2.
Run it on 2.
1.
Had to call
and they call a timeout. Yeah, the play clock was at 1 when they finally realized they weren't going to get there in time. So the Trojans take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
So back at West Lincoln, Bandys. Wesson in the shotgun, hands off to Spicer. He runs towards the left sideline, and he's met immediately. Good play by Nathan Rye.
Yeah, it took him a minute to get it into his outside arm.
And Patrick Goins. They both came up, stuffed the run for no gain. Elliott Spicer tried to get to the outside. He was running to his left. He had the ball in his right arm. And fortunately, he got it over to his left arm just before he got hit. We could have had yet another fumble. So 2nd and 10. I formation now again for Bandys. Hand off to Nolan Jones, I back. He's running to the right side, tries to get outside. He's pursued out there. Maybe a gain of 3 is all.
I'm only going to give him 2. Clawed forward for 2 yards. Had a good stiff arm off a defensive lineman, but that stopped his initial run plan to go between the tackles, and they strung him to the sidelines pretty nicely. He did good to get the 2 he got.
Good play by the West Lincoln defense there. 1:20 to go in the first quarter. 3rd and 8. Bandy's taking some time in the huddles. Sometimes they're a little slow coming out. Now they're set. 2 wide receivers to the left. 2 in the backfield. Jones splits out, comes out into the flat. Wesson's looking for him. Pass is behind Obregon, but he goes to the turf and makes a great catch just off the grass. He's sliding, reaches behind him, makes the catch, and it's a first down at the 43-yard line for Bandys. Just under a minute to go in the first quarter. Clock stopped on the first down. So Obregon looks to be a pretty good wide receiver. Good hands. Went up on the 1, goes down and gets this one. So it's first down, Bandys across on the 43-yard line of West Lincoln. Another handoff to Spicer up the middle. He gets 5 yards before he gets hit. He's stacked up by the middle of the West Lincoln defense. Xander Harrelson was among those making the tackle, but there were quite a few Rebels in on that one. So we're down to 16 seconds. The play clock is above that, so this will probably be, if they get it off, this will be the last play of the first quarter. Obregon goes in motion out to the right. Handoff to Nolan Jones up the middle. He's hit. The ball comes out after he hits the ground. Tackle is made by number 11, Nathan Rye. Good hit by Rye, but that'll be the end of the first quarter. No score here at West Lincoln. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a minute.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
Back here at West Lincoln, end of the first quarter, no score around the area. A couple scores. Shelby 21-0 over Cherryville, and Burns 16-0 over Highland Tech. So we'll get to some more scores here, but Bandys is ready to go with the 35-yard line. Handoff up the middle. It's number 11, Scott Miley. Miley with a huge hole up the middle. He went 15 yards before he was even touched. Brought down at the 16-yard line. 14-yard line.
About 21.
Gain of 21 on the play.
Who was that, Miley?
Scott Miley, number 11.
New man, the stat sheet.
Yeah, they've got some different backs in now. Jones is in there. Spicer is out. Miley is the up back. Jones in the back of the eye. Pitches to Jones. He goes around the left side, traipses through there, and he's around the corner, knocked out just before he gets to the goal line. Looked like he was knocked out about the 2 or 3 yard line. If that's the case, it'll be Turner Hauser first down, and it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, at the 3, so picked up 11.
So first and goal at the 3, so 2 good runs, one by Miley, one by Jones, and the Trojans are knocking at the door. First and goal at the 3. Now Spicer's back in the backfield. He's the up back. In motion is Obregon. Handoff is to
Spencer.
No, that's Nolan Jones. And he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown Trojans.
What's Jones? Picked up 3.
So Nolan Jones with a 3-yard touchdown run. And Bandys is on the board first. 10:59 to go in the second quarter. It's 6-0. Waiting on the What's Up Shopper extra point. So Nolan Jones with a Gates Auction touchdown. Fletcher Harris now in to try the extra point. It's just a matter of hitting it straight. We know he has enough foot. Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is pounded over the screen. It's good. So with 10:59 to go in the second quarter, Bandys gets out to the early lead, 7-0. We'll be back with a kickoff after this.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable, quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
So Fletcher Harris is on to kick off for Bandys. We were talking in the break. With the leg he has, I wonder if we might see a touchback here. If he could fly one to the end zone.
Yeah, that's a boot.
And it's down to the 5-yard line. Winnick has it. He's going towards the left sideline. He's got a lot of room to run, but he gets tripped up. He gets tripped up by number 5, Justin Oplinger. Nice open field tackle, took his legs out.
Still brought it all the way out to the 31 from the 5.
So a 26-yard return for Winnick. And Bandys with a 7-0 lead. West Lincoln trying to get a possession here where they don't turn it over at the end of it. In a position they've not probably been in all season, trailing 7-0. So 1st and 10 at the 31. Winnick in motion. Handoff is back the other direction to Avery. Not much there. Maybe a gain of 3 on the play. We got a player down for West Lincoln, though. Curtis Goins. Little slow getting up, but he's hobbling back to the huddle. He wants to stay in the game. So gain of 2, it'll be 2nd and 8 from the 33. We'll keep an eye on Goins.
Imagine they were running to the other side one time.
Pitch. Avery around the left side. He's got room. Dekes around a couple of men. Works his way forward. Gets out to the 45-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. But that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down. Nice run by Avery. Not just the straight ahead version, but made a couple people miss.
Picked up about 11 there.
Gets out to the 45, gain of 11. One wide receiver out to the left. Pitches to Avery around the left side again. Not much there. 4 Bandys Trojans waiting for him at the 47-yard line, but a flag goes up late. This may be a late hit out of bounds.
Number 4, Jones with the initial hit. Flag on the play.
Referee's pointing towards Bandys. There were 4 players there from Bandys. Yep, personal foul. So it was a late hit out of bounds. They had 4 players there. They didn't need to keep pushing.
No.
It is Avery, but 4 players is enough to bring him down in that situation.
Right. You only got to step out of bounds once.
So they get, with the penalty, they get down to the 37-yard line of Bandys. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels. Avery in the backfield. Winnick out to the left. Handoff is to Winnick coming back to the left.
He got into the hole quick.
Got across the 35-yard line to the 34. So a gain of 3.
Oh, they're going to say he only got 2?
Oh, that's not the spot I would have given them.
No, thought he had a little more than that. Must have been where his knee went down.
Those are one of those, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So West Lincoln lined up on the left hash. Most of the formation to the left. And the play is to the left. Avery gets it. Breaks through a hole. He's got a big hole. He's open. Across the 10, the 5. Touchdown, West Lincoln.
He actually got tripped up around the 25, kept his feet under him. 35 yards to the end zone. Goes Avery on an explosive run. Just happens anytime. He gets a little hole. Nobody on the defense makes solid square contact. Like I said, somebody did catch one of his feet full stride.
Yes.
He kept his balance.
He's so strong
stayed
and
on
kept his balance and really didn't slow him down very much.
Yeah, we were saying that before the game. He'd take one hit and he'd stay in stride.
So the extra point is attempted by West Lincoln. The kick is good. It wasn't pretty, but it went over the bar between the posts, and it still counts as a What's Up Shopper point after touchdown. So now with 9:12 to go in the second quarter, it's 7-7. We'll be back after this.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today. Equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Kickoff by West Lincoln. He's taken it to 20-yard line. It's number 5, Justin Oplinger. He's brought down after a return of 7 yards to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for Bandys. Taking a look around the area, a couple other games. North Lincoln appears to be pumped up with their new rug as they leave defending conference champion Statesville 3-0. It doesn't say what quarter it's in.
Bound to be the second, you'd think.
You would think so.
Barring a late start.
7-7, Huss and Kings Mountain. 1st and 10, Bandys. Handoff, Spicer up the middle.
Too much room.
He gets 5 yards before first contact. He's finally brought down by Winix and company. But he gets out to the 38-yard line, 39. See if there's other scores I haven't hit yet. Ashbrook and Crest, 14-14. Again, it just has scores. We don't know if it's first, second quarter, what it is. So, 2nd and 4. Handoff to Nolan Jones up the middle. He's close to the first down, but he'll be about a yard short. He's finally tackled there by number 70, Camden Sane. But it's going to be 3rd and less than a yard. Probably about 2 feet. So Bandys, 3rd and short at their own 43-yard line.
Yeah, a couple of inches. They'll need a real surge here to keep them from getting that first. Try to get the Rebels to jump, not happen.
Almost did.
Yeah.
Avery,
good thing he was on his feet, yeah.
Wesson keeps it. Pile surges forward, then he dives through the pile, gets out to the 47-yard line. It'll be first down for Bandys.
Picked up about 4. Do that every play and get it done.
It was a good surge by the line, and then he found a slot in there, dove through it, gain of 4 on a quarterback sneak.
Also a good way to end up putting it on the ground because it looked like he went like up and over the line. Get caught doing that.
All you need is a hand in there, and next thing you know, the ball's flying out. So 2 wide receivers to the right. Wesson keeps the ball, goes down the line, looks to pitch. He does to Nolan Jones. Not a lot of room there. Jones pitched it, or Jones took the pitch. Gain of maybe 2. Pretty well defended by West Lincoln. Wesson kept it most of the way down the line, then pitched late.
Past the line of scrimmage by the time he pitched it. Doesn't make any difference as long as he pitches it backwards. But
yeah, being an Oklahoma graduate, I'm used to seeing pitches 15 yards down the field back in the day with Barry Switzer, Thomas Lott, and them. Wesson keeps the ball, goes around the left side, squirms forward. He might be close to the first down. Now, based on the spot, he's going to be about a yard and a half short. So now the quarterback's getting into the mix, getting a couple runs here. Another little wrinkle to try and keep the Rebel defense off guard. It'll be 3rd and 2 across into the West Lincoln territory at the 45. Handoff up the middle, it's Nolan Jones. Line surge, and Jones's surge gets them a first down. Ball is spotted just outside the 41-yard line. Another 1st and 10 brought to you by Turner Hauser Insurance of Lincolnton. as Bandys has controlled the ball pretty well tonight. They've had some good drives, kept West Lincoln's offense off the field. West Lincoln's offense has also kept them off the field. A couple fumbles. Obregon in motion going to the right. Handoff up the middle. Nolan Jones again. Spicer missed a block, so there's not much there. Good play by the defensive line for West Lincoln.
Jones is your ball carrier. He's tackled by the
You think he got that far?
middle of the Rebel defense.
Just a yard. Maybe it looks a little more.
Okay.
Yard and a half.
Yeah, I wouldn't even thought that, but
He can get that every time if he wants. Maybe a little more than they actually got.
that just seemed like he was stacked up right at the line. I didn't think there was that much surge forward. That one was defended pretty well by the West Lincoln lineman.
Need to bring a little pressure.
Bandys
here.
with a snap. Hands off to Spicer going back to the left. A little misdirection. He gets tripped up at the 40-yard line, falls forward to the 39. It'll be 3rd and long for Bandys. 5:46 to go. Long for Bandys. 5:46 to go. Tied at 7. The non-conference schedule went pretty well for West Lincoln. Well, when you do outscore your opposition 135 to 14, or 21 rather, you had your way in the non-conference. But conference is always a different animal. Wesson back to pass, throws.
he got
What a
crushed.
great throw.
Quarterback got absolutely leveled.
What a great throw. Pass is complete to Logan Williams. He was coming in on a crossing route from the sideline. That throw went in between about 5 defenders. Oplinger was surrounded. He had 5 defenders in different parts around him. So a great throw by Wesson. He paid for it dearly. But another first down for Bandys on the 3rd and long. As they continue to keep the West Lincoln offense off the field, 1st and 10 now at the 21-yard line. Handoff is to Spicer going the other way, gets ripped around the helmet, but comes free, and then is wrapped up at the 20-yard line. So a lot of work for 1 yard. Initial hit was up around the helmet, an arm around it. It wasn't a face mask, just an arm around up high. And then then his buddies came and helped out. So 2nd and 9, 4:17 to go in the first half. Obregon in motion. Hand off to Miley. Whistles. Legal procedure on Bandys. So that'll back them up 5.
Yep. False start, going to back them up. Rebels needed that after the big 15-yard pass to Williams, first receiver other than Obregon to catch one.
That was unfortunate for Bandys because what little of that play we could see, Miley had a hole over the left side like he did on that run earlier on the last possession.
Rebels need to stop here.
2nd and 14. Wesson throws it over the middle. He's got Nolan Jones. He catches the pass, and he's brought down just inside the 10-yard line. Nice pattern there. Jones had lined up as a slot receiver. Did his best. Wes Welker went up, turned it in, and he was open, makes the catch. And it's 1st and goal for Bandys. We're now down to 3.5 to go in the first half. Wesson's thrown some nice balls tonight. Handoff. It's Nolan Jones. He's hit the backfield, fumbled into the end zone.
I do believe he hit the ground. That's what caused him to lose it.
It was recovered in the end zone by West Lincoln, but he was ruled down. But not before Jones kind of lurches his way forward, got hit around the line of scrimmage, kept his balance long enough to fall forward to the 4-yard line. So it's 2nd and goal from the 4. One wide receiver each side. Wesson looks to the sideline. Spicer and Jones in the backfield. Wesson hands off. No, he keeps it. Goes around the left side, and no signal yet. They show him down short of the goal line. So nice tackle there by West Lincoln to keep him out of the end zone. But Wesson did get some yardage.
Yeah, he picked up about 3.
And we've got an injury timeout. Terry Heiss limped off the field. Referee stopped play so he could get off the field and a sub on for West Lincoln. But it's 3rd and goal, ball on the 1-yard line.
3rd and goal from the 1.
I formation, 1 wide receiver each side. Obregon in motion. Wesson keeps it, Bulls behind the offensive line, and it's a touchdown signaled by the referee on this side of the field.
So the referee furthest away from it, seeing it cross the line, huh?
We had a nice clear view down the line as he went in on the right side, just outside a tackle. So it's a touchdown brought to you by Gates Auction of Lincolnton. Another touchdown for Bandys, and it's 13-7. 2 minutes to go in the first half. So Fletcher Harris on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is good. And it's 14-7 on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard. 1:59 to go in the first half. Bandys 14, West Lincoln 7.
It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
Back here for the kickoff. Harris lining up deep for West Lincoln will be Winix. Avery is the up back. So Harris steps up, kicks the ball low, fielded at the 5-yard line, comes back up to the left side. There's a hole over the left side, and he's just tripped up. 21 with the ball. Patrick Goins fielded the kick, ran up the left sideline. He was knocked down by...
Tell you what he's doing, he's out kicking his coverage.
Yes, he is.
It's low, but it's deep. It's deep, but it's low.
And it gets deep quick.
Yeah,
so there's time for the receiver.
He don't get no area under it.
It's time for the receiver to get a head of steam going. If you get an opening, he can go a long way. He just got tripped up.
Wouldn't surprise me to see a return touchdown at some point on one of these kickoffs.
Winix comes back to the left side.
Should have gone inside that block.
Had a nice block out in front of him, tried to go outside of it. He's pushed out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Stops the clock, 1:48.
That's what it was. He was trying to get out of bounds. That's why he didn't go inside.
And we've got a player down for Bandys in the West Lincoln sideline. So while they're doing that, we'll take this timeout. We'll be back with the remainder of the first half.
It's back, the Cleveland County Fair, September 29th through October 9th. Packed with entertainment including 2 big demolition derbies, October 1st and 8th. Right Arper Rides will be there with 6 new rides, including The Beast. Shows include Hot Diggity Dog, Act Monsters Chainsaw, Renee Riddle, ventriloquist comedian and singer Sylvia Fletcher, The Victoria Circus, and more. Go online and get your advanced all-day armbands for just $20. The 2022 Cleveland County Fair, September 29th through October 9th. For more information, go online at clevelandcountyfair.com.
Looking for your dream home? Look to Gates Realty and Auction in Lincoln. Robert Gates can help make your dreams come true. Robert has over 30 years combined real estate and auction experience and is licensed in North Carolina. Visit their website at gatesauction.com and check out the latest listings available. We're sure there's one for you and your family. Gates Realty and Auction. Call 866-735-1977 and let Robert Gates help make your dreams come true.
Sold America.
Back here at West Lincoln, play is run by West Lincoln. Winnick comes over to the left sideline, gets stripped of the ball. It's picked up by number 4, Nolan Jones for Bandys. He returns it 40 yards for another touchdown for Bandys. So another Gates Auction touchdown, but again for Bandys, and it's now 20-7 Bandys. Their second touchdown in just 21 seconds. Winnick tried to turn it up the field, got stripped. Jones picked it up and had nothing but green carpet in front of him. Snap, hold, kick is up. And Harris blows it over the field house, and it's good. So now with 1:38 to go in the second quarter, Bandys is ahead 21-7. It's a position West Lincoln has not found themselves in this season.
Yeah, too many. I'm going to keep fumbling.
That's the 4th fumble of the night, the 3rd one they've lost.
The first half.
Also want the fans to look at the banners on the front, in front of the grandstand. These folks all give their time and money to West Lincoln Athletics.
Years ago, when I was at Oklahoma, when Billy Sims was there, went to the Oklahoma-Nebraska game. I bring this up since they play tomorrow in Nebraska. First time in, other than the year before. It's been a long time since we've been up, I think 2009. But Sims fumbled at the 3-yard line. It was the 11th fumble of the game, and Oklahoma lost 17-14. A week later, Barry Switzer, as a joke, presented him with football with a handle on it.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Carry it like a briefcase instead of a loaf of bread.
Carry like a briefcase. We might want to introduce that here to the team in red as well. They've had a little trouble hanging on to the ball tonight.
A lot.
And it's cost them 7 points at least, possibly more.
Seldom fumble, put one on the turf, but Winnick's 3 of them. The other 3 were all Winnick, so he's got to that ball tucked, get it on the point, maybe carry it up a little higher on his chest.
So Harris with another low line drive. It gets past Avery. Winnick picks it up at the 5-yard line. He's got some room around to the left, tries to get to the sideline and gets shoved out of bounds.
Did good to scramble it back out to the 21 after it bounced around so long.
Yeah, Avery Miller knocked him out of bounds, but not before he got the ball out to the 22-yard line, so still about a 17-yard return. Avery was just about to pick it up, and it took a crazy hop to the side.
Ball spotted at the 21. The Rebels start first and
So 1:32, still enough time if they can break a run, but they've got to hang on to the football. West Lincoln back to pass. They throw one trying to get it to Avery in the flat. Throw was short. Allen had a little trouble getting it to him.
Had a defender bearing down on him. Ended up on the turf.
And Avery had one right behind him as well. Unless he had broken the tackle, he was not going to get very far on that one. That only took 4 seconds. So it's second and 10.
Shot.
Allen hands off. It's Avery up the middle. He makes one man miss, but now the defense comes after him. He's brought down by Raiden Brooks, the leading tackler for Bandys. Brooks came into the game with 41 tackles in just 3 ball games. So clock is running. West does go into a huddle. 3rd and 3. Pitch to Avery. He goes around the left side, breaks a tackle, gets over the 30-yard line. The question will be enough for a first down.
Looks like they're going to mark him short by a few inches. Either that or bring the chains out.
Clock is still going, 37 seconds. It's going to be 4th and short. 25 seconds. Have they started the play clock? No. West does not have to run another play if they don't want to. And at this point, I think they're going to
take it into the locker room.
Try and regroup. They're going to be in a position they have not been all year, trailing at halftime. So that's the end of the first half. Halftime score here at West Lincoln, Bandys 21, West Lincoln 7. We'll be back with halftime recap after these messages.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too. You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home. Stop in and see us here at First Federal Savings Bank today. Equal housing lender and member FDIC. It's back, the Cleveland County Fair, September 29th through October 9th, packed with entertainment including 2 big demolition derbies, October 1st and 8th. Ride Our Rides will be there with 6 new rides, including The Beast. Shows include Hot Diggity Dog, Act Monsters Chainsaw, Renee Riddle, ventriloquist comedian and singer Sylvia Fletcher, The Victoria Circus, and more. Go online and get your advanced all-day armbands for just $20. The 2022 Cleveland County Fair, September 29th through October 9th. For more information, go online at clevelandcountyfair.com. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com. It's time to take charge with the new Volkswagen ID.4 EV from Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia. It's the first electric SUV for everyone. Classic Volkswagen is a Carfax top-rated dealer and the winner of the 2022 Consumer Satisfaction Award. You can even buy online. And be sure to check out their selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit the website at classicvwgastonia.com. But better yet, drop by soon. 4417 Wilkinson Boulevard in Gastonia. That's Classic Volkswagen in Gastonia.
Built upon a solid foundation of cast iron and steel, the Kubota L-Series is part of our under 100 horsepower tractor lineup rated #1 for reliability. They feature powerful Kubota diesel engines and easy operation. The durable Kubota L-Series. Talk to your local Kubota dealer today to schedule a demo. Go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Your Kubota dealer is Parker Farm Service, located at 126 Bessie Drive on Oak Grove Road at the Highway 74 bypass in Kings Mountain.
Back here at West Lincoln, it's halftime. Bandys with a surprising 21-7 lead going into the half. Surprising it that they've been able to move the ball quite well. Actually, West Lincoln has moved it pretty well. But they've put the ball on the ground 4 times, lost 3 fumbles. One of them returned for a score. So it's been an interesting first half. 21-7. Both teams have moved the ball pretty well.
Yeah, just West Lincoln keeps turning it over.
Can't do that, especially when you start getting into conference play. It's people you see every year. They know you, you know them. Things tend to be a little bit closer. So the West Lincoln Rebel Regiment now on the field. Their halftime show has a Queen Anne theme to it. I believe we'll be having a naval battle in the middle of the field.
Dueling instruments.
Clanging of swords. So while that is going on, we have mayhem in the middle of the field, waiting for the All-State guy from Law and Order to show up and either go through a window or bring down a awning into a wedding. That's a great series of commercials. It really is.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They've had all kinds of good ones. So, but it's 21-7 here as we digress through halftime. Let's take a look at some of the stats from halftime. And what'll be surprising is, if I'm just going, I haven't looked at any of the numbers yet. Jason does a great job with those. It might be pretty similar as far as total yardage. Am I right or am I wrong?
Well, West Lincoln's one-dimensional offense. It's been all run, not a single pass completed here for West Lincoln in the first half. 137 yards on the ground. Carries split pretty evenly between Winnick and Avery. Avery with 10 carries for 82 yards. Winnick with 8 for 55 yards. Haven't been a few more people touch the ball on the Bandy side. Haven't quite added it all up yet. Get around to that right here. 107. 28. Yeah, it's pretty close. But when you add in the aerial attack, Bandys, that's where they've got the edge as well. But 144 yards on the ground for Bandys. And remember, Miley had a nice little 21-yard run, but split pretty evenly between Spicer and Jones. Spicer 6 carries, 68 yards. Jones 11 carries for 39 yards, get some of the tougher yards, though, and had the big fumble, scoop, and return for 6. And Weston, the quarterback's actually scampered 5 times himself for 16 yards and scored one of the touchdowns from a yard out himself.
Yeah, Jones with a 40-yard return. That doesn't show up in the stats, but that was a pretty significant amount of yardage there.
Yeah, he's got 39 on the ground, the 40-yard fumble return for a touchdown. He's also caught a pass for 14 yards. And it was a first down, too, in the red zone. So it was like third down, first down, where he just slipped in behind the linebackers. But they also have 49 yards through the air, 5 complete passes, 3 to Obregon for 20 yards, 1 to Williams for 15, 1 to Jones for 14. So, yeah, they've got a 49 yards through the air.
So they're closing in on 200 yards for the first half.
Yeah, they're close. 193, I think.
And they're certainly leading the time of possession. And I don't know what it is exactly, but they've definitely had the ball more than West Lincoln has had. Every drive they've had, they've gone a pretty good ways with.
Yeah, they got 193 yards total offense, passing, rushing, throw in that 40-yard fumble recovery and return for a touchdown. And that's how they've gotten into the end zone 3 times. West Lincoln's only made it in once.
So other than hanging on to the football, what do you think West Lincoln needs to do different in the second half?
Well, just make some stops defensively. They got to clean up the defense a little bit. Bandy's starting to move the ball. Not at will necessarily, but at the same time, none of their drives seem to stall out. It's like I think West Lincoln's maybe keying on the run to the point that anytime they want to pass it, it seems to be there.
And then on the other side of the ball, it looks like Bandys is doing a good job as well up front on both sides, because we're not seeing the huge holes we've seen for West Lincoln's offensive line. There are some holes there, but they're closing them up quicker than what we've seen in the West Lincoln game, say, against Ford. There may be an opening. They may get through 5 or 6 yards, but then somebody gets to them pretty quick. The only exception was probably the run by Avery for the touchdown. He got an arm on his ankle, kept his balance, and still went another 25 yards to get into the end zone.
West Lincoln's return yardage would be significant, but only because he's kicking it so far, or down to the 5, inside the 10, and they're bringing it back out to the 30.
And a couple of times they had some good holes. As you pointed out, they were out kicking the coverage. The coverage was splitting and leaving some gaps in there, especially on this near sideline.
Yeah.
One of the returns, there was a huge hole.
Yep, he just got
Player for Bandys just got a hand on his leg, or he might have gone all the way with that one.
Yeah, he would have only had the kicker to beat, but he got tripped up.
Fletcher is pretty good size, 5'11", 165, but he is a kicker.
Yeah.
Who knows what his tackling ability is. There are a couple. I mean, there's a couple we've seen over the years that love to go in there and hit people, but that's few and far between.
Yeah, that's usually when a defender just happens to be able to kick the ball well. I think this guy's a true kicker. Haven't seen him on defense any, but
no. He's listed as a wide receiver.
Okay, so yeah.
We haven't seen that, that's for sure. Okay, so we'll be back with more at halftime here, 21-7 Bandys lead. We'll be back in a few minutes, so please enjoy these messages.
Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors, now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupshopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
What's the best way to explain the golf at Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden? It's world-class golf for the working class. Yes, golf is never better than it is at the Glen Oaks Golf Course in Maiden, with special programs for seniors, men, ladies, and juniors, plus a driving range, banquet facilities, and a swimming pool, picnic area, and more. For your tee time or other questions, call 828-428-2451. The Glen Oaks Golf Course, 245 Golf Course Road in Maiden. It's world class for the working class.
Since 1919, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Lincoln County and surrounding area. And today they continue to serve this area and beyond with quality fuels and outstanding service. In addition to fuel oil, they also carry all kinds of lubricants, from hydraulic fluid to automatic transmission fluid to farm lubricants, plus diesel fuel, home heating oil, and kerosene. That's Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-2508 and online at nesbitoil.com.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278. Looking for your dream home? Look to Gates Realty and Auction in Lincoln. Robert Gates can help make your dreams come true. Robert has over 30 years combined real estate and auction experience and is licensed in North Carolina. Visit their website at gatesauction.com and check out the latest listings available. We're sure there's one for you and your family. Gates Realty and Auction. Call 866-735-1977 and let Robert Gates help make your dreams come true.
Sold America.
Now through October. Mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com.
Okay, back here at West Lincoln, halftime continues. The band has completed their presentation. Queen Anne sails off into the sunset and into the darkness. So let's take a look at some of the other games around the area. Quite a few scores reported here, so we'll take you through them. Starting, Kings Mountain leads Huss 19-14. South Point leads Stuart Kramer 27-14. Marvin Ridge over Alexander Central 21-0. Watauga leads Ashe County 28-7. Hendersonville over RS Central 13-8. St. Stephen's leads West Iredell 21-6. Drawn leads Owen 22-6. And here's a bit of a surprise. Bunker Hill, who finished second in the league last year, Bunker Hill, is tied with Lincolnton 0-0. I'm not sure if that's halftime, second quarter, or what, but no score still in that game. Crest leads Ashbrook 21-17. Bessemer City over Jefferson 28-16. Score here, Bandys 21, West Lincoln 7. Elsewhere in the 3A conference involving Lincoln County schools, East Lincoln leads Hickory 14-0. And a bit of a surprise here. North Lincoln, which has not looked very good in the 3 non-conference games, to be honest, taking on the defending conference champion Statesville, who got to the state semis last year before losing. North Lincoln leads Statesville 9-8. Brevard leads East Rutherford 27-0. East Burke is playing Maiden. Maiden leads that 19-0. And then the other game in the South Fork 2A, Newton Conover 29-0 over West Caldwell. So those are the scores in the area. That catches you up to what we have here at halftime. Again, most of those scores are probably second quarter or halftime, same as we are. So we've got a couple minutes here before the kickoff, so we'll take a commercial break and come back. We'll be back with the second half kickoff.
The Big Mulch Yard is open at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply on the Reachville Road in Lincoln. Come check out the selection. Dyed brown, black and red mulch, double hammered mulch, also marble and marble chips, pea pebbles, and all kinds of gravel. The Mulch Yard and the store are open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. till 5 on Saturday, and delivery is available for residential and commercial at the new Bean Brothers Hardware and Supply, 969 Reachville Road in Lincoln. Like them on Facebook too. Since 1919, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Lincoln County and surrounding area. And today they continue to serve this area and beyond with quality fuels and outstanding service. In addition to fuel oil, they also carry all kinds of lubricants, from hydraulic fluid to automatic transmission fluid to farm lubricants, plus diesel fuel, home heating oil, and kerosene. That's Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-2508 and online at nesbitoil.com.
Full Throttle Power Sports in Gastonia has just gotten a whole lot bigger. We mean a whole lot bigger. They have just purchased MS Power Sports in Gastonia and are now your dealer for Honda, Suzuki, and Kawasaki, along with CF Moto, Yamaha, and Polaris. Golf carts too. One big dealer under one big roof. Plus a complete parts and service department. Full Throttle Power Sports. 101 Indian Walk off I-85 in Lowell. Online at ncfullthrottle.com and see their page at whatsupshopper.com.
They're everywhere. Your yard, your kitchen, your bedroom. Invading your home and property, spreading disease, and destroying everything in their path. If you don't act, they'll multiply, crawling ever closer to you and your family. The only thing they fear is the web. Nealon Cole Termite and Pest Control. Call today for their new service special and save $25. Bugs, beware of the web.
So back here at West Lincoln, just about ready for the second half kickoff. Taking a look at some of the rankings that we have. Looking at Max Prep right now for the 2A statewide, West Lincoln came into the game ranked 11th. Burns was ranked first in the state. Shelby was ranked 6th despite their 1-3 record. Maiden was 12th and Bunker Hill 18th. So some of the teams in the South Fork 2A are well represented in the state rankings. And Burns, despite having one loss, they can put on quite a show with their passing attack. And they're highly regarded statewide.
West Lincoln just now getting back from the locker room. I believe they had a long heart-to-heart there at halftime.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be a fly on the wall. That might have been an interesting discussion.
I don't believe it was a discussion. I don't think there was a lot of back and forth.
I don't eat. Hold onto the ball, I think, were the four key words.
Yes.
If they do that, they probably would. This would probably be a tie game or very close to it because they were moving the ball. So West Lincoln will receive the second half kickoff. Fletcher Harris did some interesting kicking drills at halftime. We'll kick off, see if he can outkick his coverage again. We talked about that at halftime. Ball gets down the field in a hurry, but it's a line drive, and his coverage isn't very far down the field. Winnick's back deep. Kick is to the near side, taken at the 5-yard line. Brought out to the 25-yard line. Again, another long return. Trying to see who made the return. Looked like number 28, but I don't see a 28 on our roster. Unless you have a different one.
No, kind of thought it might have been 25.
Okay, well, we'll say it was Nathan Kester. Well, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for West Lincoln. Hand off to Avery over the right side. He's broken free. He is gone. He's over the 50-yard line. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, West Lincoln. Way to open the half. Mason Avery, 71-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, he was listening to halftime.
He was, yes.
I imagine he might have been a little bit of the focus of Coach Avery.
Open some holes. Avery, go.
Yeah.
The gun's going off. It's a sprint. So he blows through the right side of the line, down the field. He was gone. He got to the 50-yard line. He was gone.
Yeah, that's the reason they ran that play. They've been talking about it up top, sitting up there, looking at it. They drew it on the board 3 times, talked about who's got who.
The extra point by Joel Sellers is good. So just 15 seconds into the third quarter, on the First Federal scoreboard, it's now Bandys 21, West Lincoln 14.
Now through October. Mention this radio ad and you can save on a one-time maintenance special from Rye Heating and Air in Lincoln. This program is regular $135, but now through October is just $75. Don't wait till it breaks. Get a preventive maintenance today to ensure your system is in safe working condition for the long winter season. Also, take 10% off all air purification products and smart thermostats. Again, mention this radio ad and save at Rye Heating and Air. Call 980-389-0008 or visit the website at ryeheatingandair.com.
It's time to go to work at Triad Corrugated Metals in Lincoln. They're now hiring for manufacturing jobs, and they'll train. Just drop by their location at 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. And with Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, you buy direct, thus saving you money. See one of the largest selections of colors in North Carolina. That's Triad Corrugated Metal Roofing, 108 Industrial Park in Lincoln. For more information, call 980-429-2278.
So a lightning bolt goes through the crowd here at West Lincoln. Avery with a 71-yard touchdown run. West Lincoln has just kicked off. We're not sure who the kicker is, as we do not have a number 44 on our roster. Kicked it down to the 20-yard line. A good return by Bandys. They were able to, Oplinger was able to get to the right sideline. Got a nice block there. It was finally run out of bounds, but not before getting back to the West Lincoln 45-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 on the plus side of the field for the Trojans, now only leading by 7 points. Wesson pitches, fumble on the ground. The ball's loose, but it's fallen on by Nolan Jones.
Big loss there, big loss.
That was a huge loss on the play.
14 yards maybe.
Wesson faked the handoff, running a bit of an option. Looked a pitch behind him to Jones. Pitch was nowhere close to him. So a loss of 12 on that. Jones gets back in time to make the recovery so they can keep possession. Otherwise, West Lincoln was set up in great shape. So 2nd and 22. Wesson hands off to Jones in the middle. Nothing there. Good penetration by the West Lincoln defense. Number 70, Camden Sane, comes out fired up and flexing. He's in on the stop. No gain on the play. 3rd and 22. Again, Bandys sometimes having trouble getting the play in. We're already at 10 on the clock, and they're just breaking the huddle. Play clock down to 5. 3rd and very long. Weston back to pass. He's going to air it out downfield, looking for a home run. Oh! Just missed being intercepted by Jalen Winnix, but there's a flag being thrown in by the back judge. Winnix went up for it, but there was another defender there for West Lincoln along with the receiver.
Yeah, it was the other guy. Wasn't Winnix who had a beat on the ball. It was the other person covering the receiver, kind of tripped him up.
Being treated to quite the serenade out of the press box here.
Steve was
not
15
happy.
yards after such a big loss. That barely gets him back to the original line of scrimmage.
Is it an automatic first down, though?
No.
Okay.
No, just a 15-yard penalty.
So that should, well, it was 3rd and 22, so wouldn't you think it'd be 3rd and 7?
Yeah, they're having a little trouble with the,
yes, they are.
With the lines on the field.
Yeah, the call was not on Winnix. We want to make that clear. There was another defender running with the receiver, and that's who the interference call was on. Because Winnix was playing the ball the whole way. That was not an issue. So now, with the penalty, it's 3rd and somewhat manageable, 9 yards. Weston back to pass again, throws out into the flat. It's caught, but he's wrapped up immediately. He'll be short by about 3 yards. Good tackle on the play. And a late flag comes in. I think the receiver was tossed to the ground after the whistle.
The penalty might be against Bandys.
So it's a very late flag. It was on the far side of the field. We'll have to see what this one is about. But on the play, the receiver was stopped short of the line to gain. Personal foul against Bandys.
Yeah.
Good call, Jason. Oh, wait. It was offsetting calls.
Well, one of them was Obregon for Bandys. I don't know who it was for West Lincoln.
Yeah, I couldn't see who it was.
Were holding him back.
Well, if you think the run by Avery put a little lightning bolt into this game,
I bet say they got
it's starting to get a little hot out on the field. offsetting personal fouls, so it'll be 4th and 5. So we've got Winnick's back to receive. Fletcher Harris, the do-it-all kicker for Bandys, is back to punt.
At this part of the field.
Kick is away. It's a nice kick, high kick. Winnick fields it at the 7-yard line. He manages to get through 5 runners. Flag behind the play. He got through 5 defenders. What a great move. He looked surrounded.
He looked like he was about to get crushed when he caught it, and then he just barely got a hand on him.
But then behind the play, we've got a penalty marker way back at the 12-yard line. We'll have to see what that one is.
Don't know what it could have possibly been.
I didn't see anybody from West Lincoln. Yeah.
Maybe 10 seconds later, somebody hit him in the back or something.
Well, now they're signaling a penalty against West Lincoln. Coach Ponder's out on the field, and he doesn't look too happy.
Oh, the Rebels starting to celebrate. Like it might be going the other way.
Okay, no, this one is going to go against Bandys. We're having a little difficulty with which direction teams are going. So there's a personal foul of some sort because it's a 15-yard mark-off.
Ball at the 28.
West Lincoln up to the line quickly, 1st and 10 at the 28. Hand off to Avery. He's through the left side. Breaks one tackle but can't get away from the second man. He's brought down by number 12, William Nix. Nix had him around the waist and was holding on for dear life. Got some help from Nolan Jones to finish the tackle. So gain of 8 on the play.
After the big 70-yard touchdown.
And then here's Avery again up the middle. He's got a first down, breaks the first tackle. Finally brought down over the 40-yard line, but that'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down for West Lincoln. It's been the Mason Avery show here in the second half so far.
Yeah, 70-yard run. First 2 carries, they said, look, let's run that play to the other side. Same play, other side. Now it's about time to try to play that scored again.
Gideon Allen looks to the sideline. Winnick's not sure where he's supposed to line up. 2 more players for West Lincoln move. Still 10 on the play clock. They got time. Winnick's going back to the right, takes the ball, jitterbugs a little bit. Flag comes in behind the play. Winnick's brought down after a short run. Brought down by number 54, Samuel Hill of Bandys. And it'll be a flag on West Lincoln, which plagued them a little bit on a couple drives in the first half. Holding call will go against West Lincoln. The referee in charge saw something. The flag came in from him behind the play.
Yeah, he's got a keen eye for those holds, or he think he does anyway. Seeing one everywhere he looks.
So a loss of 11 with a penalty. It'll be 1st and 21. Parker Warlick split way out to the right. Winnick's in motion. He comes to the right, gets a hole. Nice block on the outside. He gets tackled just short of the 40-yard line. Nice block on the outside by Patrick Goins. Move the defender out towards the sideline. Winnick's cut it back up and gains back most of the penalty yardage.
Yeah.
West Lincoln's offensive line starting to assert themselves a little bit better than they did in the first half. See if they can keep it going. Winnick's in motion. Hand off to Avery up the middle. Runs into a host of defenders for Bandys. Gain of maybe about 4 on the play. He's wrapped up by several people.
Never does go down.
No, he didn't. Andrew McCrary, among others, wrapped him up.
Yeah, number 42 got to him. Got down low.
Raiden Brooks. Not surprising. Bandy's leading tackler coming in. He's been in on several stops tonight as well. So 3rd and 9. 7 minutes to go in what's been a very interesting third quarter already. Allen back to pass, throws. He's got a pass. That'll be enough for the first down. The pass was caught. Nathan Rye goes up, does an out route to the sideline. Allen's throw is right on target. He's knocked out of bounds at the 47-yard line of the Trojans, and it'll be a Turner Hauser first down for the Rebels.
So complete a pass when they need one there. He just came open. Nice job keeping his feet in, dragging his feet, hanging on to the ball as he went to the ground.
He hung in there nicely. A defender was coming at him from the front side. Allen keeps it.
Fake to Avery.
Fakes it to Avery. He's free.
They barely figured out he had the ball.
Wow. He was pulled down from behind, and then a forearm shiver to the head. I can't believe that was not a personal foul. That was pretty obvious.
If he had been throwing the ball and still behind the line, it would have been. But once you cross the line with the ball, you're just running back like everybody else.
I mean, he's got him by the jersey. It wasn't a horse collar, but the arm came around and looked like it whacked him in the helmet. I can't believe that's not a blow to the head with the emphasis they've had on head shots.
Yeah, they're not NFL referees. They might have seen that. That might have occurred to them.
But it is a first down for the Rebels.
20 yards later, however you slice it.
So Allen now with the ball at the 29, hands off to Avery. He goes over the right side,
he runs a few,
stays up, takes 4 guys with him. He goes over the right side, gets down inside the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it took half team bring him down there. First contact wasn't going to do it.
6-yard gain, second down.
Mason Avery, putting the Rebels on his back, said, here we go.
21-14, Bandys over West Lincoln, 6:15 left. Clock's still winding down after that run play. Only the third quarter. Be a big score for the Rebels, tie the game back up right here if they can finish
Big
off
possession
this
for the Rebels. Pitch to Winnix. He gets outside, makes one guy miss. The second one doesn't, though. He gets brought down by Justin Oplinger.
Lost a yard.
Winnix was trying to get around the left side. Made one guy miss, but it slowed him down and allowed Oplinger to get up there and make the tackle. So now it's 3rd and 5. They're on the left hash mark. 2 backs in the backfield, 1 wide receiver each side. Allen under center. Hands off to Avery up the middle. No, he keeps it, goes over the right side.
Yeah, let's utilize.
He's going to be just short.
Picked up 5.
Going to be a gain of about, what they have, 4? They had 5 to go. It looks like it's going to be about 4th and, well, it looks like it's going to be 4th and 2 pretty much.
Yeah.
Ball on the 21-yard line, 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
The Rebel crowd comes to life. Going to go for it here on 4th down near the 20-yard line.
And the crowd that Bandy's brought is getting into it as well, too. So little confusion here. 4-3 on the play clock. They get it off in time. Avery in
Wildcat
the Wildcat gets it.
Oh.
Hit in the backfield, but gets out of the hit.
They hit him well short of the first. And
they
he picked
did.
up 4 or 5 yards after that.
He ducked out of that, went upfield. Finally gets brought down to the 16-yard line after getting the first down that he was not close to getting on the initial hit. So the Rebels got a nice drive going. They're in scoring position in the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Still on the left hash. 1 wide receiver, Nathan Rye. Handoff. Winnix around the left side. He gets shoved out of bounds. He was trying to turn it up and go up the field. He might have been able to get further, but just ran out of real estate on the left side.
Still a decent pickup on 1st down.
He gets the ball to the 10-yard line.
Oh,
so that'd be a gain of almost 7. Parker Warlick comes off the sideline, brings in the play, and goes out wide, way to the right side of the field, dragging a defender with him. Winnix in motion. Handoff is to Avery over the left side. He works his way forward and into the end zone. Touchdown! It looked like he was stopped at the 5-yard line, but he got out of yet another tackle. How many has he broken tonight? So another touchdown brought to you by Gates Auction of Lincolnton. And we're just an extra point away from tying the ball game.
And that defense tired.
They really were starting to wear on him, and Avery just hammering him time and time again, breaking tackles, making them work.
Sustained
Snap,
drive they need.
kick, and it's good. And with 4:06 to go in the third quarter, the score is now tied 21 apiece.
And now the West End scoreboard reads.
Since 1919, Rhodes and Bill Oil Company in Lincoln has been serving the Lincoln County and surrounding area. And today they continue to serve this area and beyond with quality fuels and outstanding service. In addition to fuel oil, they also carry all kinds of lubricants, from hydraulic fluid to automatic transmission fluid to farm lubricants, plus diesel fuel, home heating oil, and kerosene. That's Rhodes and Bill Oil Company, 1404 East Main Street in Lincoln. Call 704-735-2508 and online at nesbitoil.com. Come see the all-new Bobcat CT1021 and CT1025 compact tractors. Now available at West End Sales in Vail. It's great for maneuvering around the barn, sheds, and landscaping. It's perfect for mowing. Features include 4-wheel drive and a 21 and 25 horsepower diesel engine with hydrostatic transmission. See it today at West End Sales, Highway 18 North in Vail. Online at westendsales.com. See their page at whatsupchopper.com and like them on Facebook too.
Launched a campaign for Cat Square Mayor once or twice.
Okay, so back here with a tie ball game. Kickoff goes down to the 21-yard line, gets returned out to the 26-yard line, returned out to the 39. It wasn't that good a return. I tried to make it 5 yards longer.
As long as you don't call it the 51. We got a Clint Spencer 51-yard line from back in the day.
Well, maybe he was doing a Canadian Football League game.
He was announcing there. And
They
got
do
it
have
just across
those.
the 50. He called it the 51-yard line.
They've got the center yard line, which is the 55 on the Canadian field. So you got 51 to 54 on each side. But we digress. We got a tie ball game. Bandys with the ball. 39-yard line, 1st and 10. We've got movement. That will be 5 yards against Bandys as the entire right side of the line jumped.
I ain't so sure a defender didn't move first, but as long as he didn't touch anybody or as long as he gets back out of that neutral zone, the whole right side of the line, like you said, flinched.
So we talked at halftime, said, how would West Lincoln respond after being down for the first time this season? They've responded in fine fashion.
Yeah, well, the first play going 70 yards for a touchdown. Just like the first play of the last game we called for West Lincoln, except it was the first play of the game, not the first play of the second half. Didn't take them that long to figure out what they needed to do.
Wesson takes a snap, options down the line, long pitch to Jones. That was dangerous.
Yeah,
he was wrapped
being
up.
brought down, yeah.
He was being wrapped up, and that pitch stayed in the air a long time.
And I tell you, if he'd have just went down, Jones is down,
And
not getting up.
And Jones is paying the price. He caught that, but he got hit pretty hard.
Had he not pitched it back, he wouldn't have lost as much as they did after he pitched it back.
Right.
They were bringing him down more around the 5-6 yard loss. Pitched it back about 5 more, and now it's an 8-yard loss.
We'll hold here for a second. Jones, it looks like they're working on the leg. It may just be a cramp.
Yeah, he is moving, but
he had to jump pretty high for that.
Yes.
We will call this ticket out one more time. The number is 3044.
So we're tied up here, 3:41 to go. Yeah, they're looks like they're working on the toe.
Somebody's looking through the trash for their half-and-half ticket, still going unclaimed here. West Lincoln.
What was the prize?
It was like $840-something, I believe. So that's a heck of a ticket to misplace.
Yeah, it might get you a tank of gas.
If you drive a diesel.
Yeah, it won't fill the diesel. If you've got one of those 200-gallon tractor-trailer tanks, you cannot fill up for that.
200 gallons, that's a bunch.
Jones is sitting up.
Oh,
but
no weight on it. That wasn't no cramp, I don't believe.
No, I don't think that's a cramp. He's being helped off to the sideline. Well, no.
Worst cramp ever if it was.
He's put a little weight on it. Not much.
Yeah, he hopped the first few steps. Taken by the athletic trainers on either side of him.
So after the botched pitch that lost more yardage, Not the best decision by the sophomore quarterback.
He's only got about half of their rushing yards, but he has carried the ball 13 times to Spicer's 6. So
I think we'll see Scotty Miley in. He had a couple good runs early in the first half.
it's more Spicer. Actually had the better
Wesson
average.
throws it out quick to the side. He's got Obregon.
Breaks it
Nope,
back.
Oplinger, excuse me.
Number
5.
No, number 5.
Looked like 5.
I think it's 6. He's caught a few already.
Uniform so
it's
wrinkled
6.
in the front.
He just
We
straightened
can't.
it out.
Oh, thank you.
It's Williams.
Make sure we get the stats to the right person. So the catch made by number 6, Logan Williams, at the sideline.
I said I ain't too concerned about giving them to the right person. Wouldn't be the first time I gave somebody's yards to the wrong guy.
So a short gain there. It's going to be 3rd down and 13. Just under 3 minutes in the third quarter. 3 wide receivers to the right for Bandys. Wesson back to pass, looks. He's going to air it out downfield. Looks for Obregon. It's short. It's intercepted at the 36-yard line by West Lincoln. They return the ball over midfield, get down to the 40-yard line.
Big return.
He had Obregon open, who's limping off the field himself.
Playing both ways. Gideon Allen, big interception, helping his own cause.
Gideon Allen wanted the ball back on offense so bad, he went and got it himself.
Yeah, on defense.
He had Obregon open,
Tell you what,
but he underthrew it a little bit, and Allen was in great position.
He stared him down the whole way, too. There
He
were 2
did.
defenders there, and then he didn't lead him at all. He just left the air under it.
Now,
Took over the
Obregon
route.
had to stop because he had a good 2-3 yards on Allen, but
stepped right in front of him and
good position.
squared his shoulders nicely back to the line of scrimmage before he went up and caught that.
So 1st and 10 West Lincoln, 40-yard line of Bandys. Tie ball game, and Bandys is going to try and take a little air out of the West Lincoln crowd at this point. They're going to take a timeout. We'll be back after this.
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that matter to their employees, customers, and neighbors. Over the years, United Bank has grown in size, but their community focus has not changed. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. United Bank, member FDIC. Start up the savings on your auto insurance with a stop at Turner Hauser Insurance Group in downtown Lincoln, your area insurance agency. Jamie Hauser invites you to stop in and find out how you can save money on all of your insurance needs, from home to auto to commercial to farm to life. Visit them at their office at 228 East Main Street, downtown Lincoln. Just look for the big blue awning. That's Turner Hauser Insurance Group, your area insurance agency. Call 704-732-9577 or visit the website at turnerhauserins.com.
Back here at West Lincoln, it's a different ball game than it seemed at halftime. Handoff. Avery up the middle, works his way through one tackle, through another tackle, gets his way down to the 32-yard line, gain of almost 8 on the play. This game has a totally different look than what we saw.
Yeah. Closing in on 200, Mason Avery, 197 after that carry.
Shocking.
All 3 touchdowns. The big 70-yarder really bolstering his stats, but earned every yard of it.
Yes, he has. Oh,
and they got him
there
jumping.
Will be a first
That'll
down.
Be the easy first. Won't have to run a play.
That'll be a Turner Hauser Insurance first down.
That's twice Allen's got him to jump.
He was trying to time the snap and didn't, and made contact. So to be first down, West Lincoln at the Trojan 27.
I don't really understand that. Unless you pick the exact right hole, it's not like you're going to get to the quarterback on that second down path. They ain't going to pass. West Lincoln don't hardly pass.
Pitch to Avery. Goes up the left side, through a hole. He's out to the side. We're going to have a holding call.
Hold in the secondary.
Avery got pushed out of bounds about the 6-yard line, but the thing was he had a wide receiver out in front of him trying to block, and he grabbed a fistful of jersey.
Yeah, it was a good block until the guy tried to change directions, and he just didn't release him. Yeah.
And here we go again. This is another thing that's changing the tide here.
Tell you, he's actually still going to pick up about 8 after the hold because it was way into the
secondary.
It
was way downfield.
Where they committed to hold. So,
but things are starting to really turn against Bandys in another regard. Nolan Jones went out with an injury. Obregon, after the interception, hobbled off the field a bit, and now you've got another player down. So it's starting to take, the physicalness is starting to take a toll on Bandys at this point.
Coach comes out the top.
This one might be a cramp. Looks like they're pushing down on the toe. This time I might have got it right. I'll get to keep my pseudo-medical license. So the player down on the field is number 33, Delson Hillier. Yeah, he's flexing, so the leg, probably a cramp. Get him some Gatorade.
Situation is his spot is at 20.
So it will be 1st and 3. That's an unusual distance, but from where the penalty was downfield, they do get 7 yards out of the play. So 1st and 3, 2 wide receivers out to the side. Referee says let's play. Hand off to Avery. Avery over the left side, breaks 1 tackle. He's got 2 or 3 guys trying to bring him down. They finally do at the 12-yard line. Mason Avery showing he spent a lot of time in the weight room this summer. He's just making Bandys pay on every run. And the first guy is not getting him.
No.
Second and third are having trouble. So another Turner Hauser first down for the Rebels. They have been piling them up this half. Minute and a half to go, third quarter, tie game.
He's over 200 yards, sitting on 212 now. 20 carries in, averaging over 10 yards a carry.
Play clock down to 5. They need to hurry. Allen gets the snap off, hand off to Avery. He's met in the backfield, but still surges forward for a yard or 2. Met in the backfield by Raiden Brooks and Andrew McCrary, but again, he surges forward and gets down to the 10-yard line. Gain of 3 when it looked like he had nothing.
2-yard gain, second down.
So 2nd and 7, handoff kept. Allen keeps it, goes through the left side, breaks through, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Tell you what, that was good outside there. Good cutback lane.
That was a great move by Allen. He faked that handoff to Avery, went with it, and then dove back to the left. There was a big opening. He found it, went through for the touchdown, 10-yard touchdown run, Gates auction touchdown, and now the Rebels, if their first lead of the night, 27-21, waiting on the extra point attempt. Snaps down, kick is up. Sellers, we believe, is the kicker, and it's good. So on the First Federal Savings Bank scoreboard, it's West Lincoln 28, Bandys 21. We'll be back with a kickoff after this.
Hey, I'm Joey Logano, and if you're looking for affordable quality equipment, James River delivers.
Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, James River has the John Deere mowers, tractors, Gator utility vehicles, and implements you need to get it done fast. Plus, with low-rate financing and big cash rebates, James River makes owning a John Deere just as easy as it is to operate. Request a quote online at jamesriverequipment.com.
James River delivers affordable quality.
You may wonder what makes us different here at First Federal Savings Bank. We have been intertwined with this community for over 80 years. Here at First Federal Savings Bank, we take pride in Lincoln County, and that's why you see us donating time and resources to local charities and the schools in our community. Being a hometown bank is more than just a saying for us. It's about action and impact in the community in such a way that present and future generations are proud to call Lincoln County home.